Alright guys, as always, before we get into the video, I'm going to talk to you guys about Futtrading. It's our website, it's our trading service that we offer, and it's an awesome system to help you guys make coins. Basically, for tier 1, it's £10 a month. You get yourself buying and selling prices for the fodder cards. And this isn't normal fodder, this is daily SBC fodder. It's far more profitable and can be utilised more often. You get the buying and selling prices for special cards, all the profitable ones on the game, and the same for icons with prime icons due to be added. And you also get a weekly trading guide and a club stock guide that's handwritten by me every single week for you guys to make coins. The club stock guide has seen people make millions over the course of the last 2 or 3 weeks with some unbelievable profits from cards for very short holds, a week, 2 weeks maximum, and even that is pushing it. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days. Tier 2, £15 a month. You get all of that. Plus you get our live sniping filters and our fluctuations area. Fluctuations track the market 24 hours a day, and they literally show you which cards are down to go and target your buys and work out where you want to buy, and it tells you how to sell. And then on top of that, you've got tier 3. You get all of that plus our Discord bot. It direct pings you and tells you there are deals on the market, or go and have a look. It allows you to either buy that card or wait for an undercut and make even more profit on that card. That's £20 a month, £10 a month for tier 1, £15 a month for tier 2, £20 a month for tier 3, or if you buy for 3 or 6 months, you get big discounts. So check out Futtrading, but for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. Do not forget, as always, check out Futtrading. £10 a month is our minimum subscription and you'll make millions of coins from it. £15 for tier 2, £20 for tier 3, or if you subscribe for a longer period of time, you save money. We make it even cheaper if you do that. And there'll be giveaways and that sort of stuff coming. We want to try and think about a way that we can potentially provide a monthly giveaway for everyone because the support's been incredible this year. I do want to give back. But this video is about an area that we use on the site and how you guys can utilise footwears and pages like that to try and trade. So again, for those of you that have the site, it's good for you to understand how I would look at things. And for those that don't have the site, it will show you guys how you can go about doing things. And hopefully that makes complete and utter sense. So on the site, we've got an area called Fluctuations, and it basically tracks the market 24 hours a day, sort of every 15 minutes it gives a price update. And what it will then do is give you a low for the day, a high for the day, and an average price for the day. The market on Fifa fluctuates up and down, up and down, up and down. Now it does that throughout the week, but it also does that throughout the day, and that's where we really care at the moment, because throughout the week, fine. We told you guys how to make coins on that before, and there'll be videos coming up on that. So for example, over the weekend league, everyone's going to be getting their packs and getting team of the week packs and all that sort of stuff. Everyone's opening packs. So team of the week prices get held down quite low. That ends. People need them for SBCs. They start to rise again. That's fine. But daily SBCs. So daily SBCs, daily cards. Let's look at that. Boom. Over here onto footwear. So I took some random cards. I took Diego Carlos. I took Niakate. And I want to just show you. So daily, right? Obviously, when Niakate was in packs, got low. And since then, he's just gone up and up and up and up and up. And he's risen. And he's got higher. It seems to happen to most cards this year. So when cards are in promos, bear in mind that basically they'll sort of tend to dip while they're being packed. And then they climb once they're out of packs. But what we really care about at the moment is these hourlies. Now, look at Niakate's hourlies. 108 as a low. 109. Gets a ridiculous spike here. Absolutely huge spike from there to there. Quite an unnatural spike, so I wouldn't take that too seriously. But a low here of like 109, 108.5. And then at highs of 124, dips down to 120, up to 127, down again to 118. And he's dipped a little bit this morning from where he was. And there always tends to be a really good opportunity to buy some of these cards. 6 PM, always a good time to buy these cards. It always tends to be a time when people in the game and whatnot, the market sort of holds low. 6 PM is always good. But there always is a time, and it's sort of at like the 10 o'clock time, 11 o'clock time UK. You can see it here, the little dip, where the cards dip off in price. And whenever I'm streaming, I've always seen good deals, and I've held off a little bit and been like, do I want to buy that card? I'll see how things go. I'm not overly certain. And recently I've started taking more of a plunge on it. And I bought a Baresi the other day for $270, I think it was, and sold it for $320. That was his prime, and here he is. This is Franco Baresi, right? And hourly, if you look at him hourly, low of like 265, okay? That's not the number. Where's the hourlies? That's the daily. Hourly. Low of 300 there. Dips even lower, 292. Climbs and climbs and climbs. And gets up as high as 315, okay? So his low of what? 292. up to 315 is what he's sat at right now. And that's just for today. Just for today. Overnight, he gets up to 320, 330. Now, this isn't average price, this 292. At 9 o'clock last night, it's an average price. It's not necessarily what you could buy him at. You'd probably be able to buy him cheaper at 280, 285, and sell him on for 315, 320. And again, the sweet spot for these buys tends to be in and around 10, 11, 12 a.m. UK time. So those who are in different time zones, it's a really good time for you to buy. Even slightly earlier than that sometimes. And a really good sweet spot, again, is 6, 7, 8, 9 of an evening. So for European markets and European sort of players, that's good for you guys. And for other markets and other players, that sort of early morning 9 till 12 is quite good UK time. So whatever that equates to where you are. Now, all you need to do really is utilize these graphs. On the website, it does it for you. It literally will tell you low point, high point, buy point. Does that straight away, okay? Easy as that. But for this, it's obviously a bit different. It's not so easy. All you really need, and people are going to keep calling me a boomer for this, is a pencil and paper. Some of you might want to do a spreadsheet, and it is better. If you've got Excel, use a spreadsheet. But write down the low points you find for these cards. So you might choose 20 cards, okay? And that's the advice I'd give you. Choose 20 cards. Maybe 3 from each of the most recent promos, and maybe like 5 icons. And mark down the low point from yesterday. Then mark down the high point from yesterday. And then keep doing that. And find a pattern for 2 or 3 days. And once you get that pattern established, actually he holds quite solidly, doesn't really fluctuate too much and deviate too much from the high point and the low point, you know you can start buying. So for example, if you know that Baresi gets as low as 292 and gets as high as 320, you know, okay, cool, if I get him at 290, for example, 320 means I lose 16k off of him, give or take after the EA fees. So you're going to make over sort of, 14,000 coins profit if you bought a Baresi. At a lower end, like mid to lower end anyway, Diego Carlos, someone like this, you might go hourly graph. Let's have a little look. Low of 75, low of 69, 77 was a high on him. Yes, they got a high of 80,000. So 69 there into a high of 80,000. Once you take the tax off of that, 7,000 coins a card. Now, if you buy with shadows, potentially even more. Potentially even more in that. And all you've got to do is utilize these graphs. They're there. Some of the questions I know I'm going to get down below. How do I find these players? I've just shown you. There's no excuses for why you can't go and do that. Click on Team of the Week archive. Look at all the previous Team of the Weeks, all the previous promos, and find cards that work within your budget. It's that simple. And people are like, I don't know which ones are going to rise, which ones aren't going to rise. That's your job to look. It's not my job to point out, go buy, because that's not teaching you guys how to trade. It's your guys' job to go and look and say, okay, does he have fluctuations that I can work with? 59, 61, low of 57, high of 60. Like potentially, you'll know that Morales is a high of 61 now. So if it gets down to 55, could be a good buy. But if you find the cards like this near Carter that've got the really big swoops in their graph, they're the cards you really care about. They're the cards that do well. And you just work with your budget. You haven't got to have tons and tons of coins to do this. But you got 300k, let's say theoretically you got 300k. You might go, okay, cool, let me find a team that's maybe a little bit cheaper. Let's look at Versus Ice, for example. Quite a few cheap cards in Versus Ice and Versus Fire when it wants to load. And you might click on it and look at them and go, okay, cool. Schultz, for example, is 26k. Claude Maurice is 43k. Pereira, 13.75. You can work with these cards. And again, we go Schultz, we go hourly graph, and we look. And we see fluctuations then. 24 at high, 27, down to 25, up to 27, down to 25, up to 28, down to 26. Really good fluctuation consistently. One of the weird cards that's more expensive on Xbox than PlayStation, by the way. But again, you can do that. And you can mark down Schultz, and then you're like, okay, cool. I'm looking at Schultz on the market. There's lows at 24. I know his high yesterday was 27, 28. If I buy him a shadow at 24, probably can get 28, 29, 30 for him. It's that easy. That's how you work with fluctuations. Now, it isn't an exact science in terms of the cards you work with, but just work within your budget. The budget that I've always stated when it comes down to trading with special cards is no more than 10 to 15% of your budget. So if you've got 300k, work with sort of 30, 40k maximum really is what I'd be wanting to work with. 30 to 45 technically. If you've got a million, then you want to work with cards that cost no more than sort of 100k. It's relatively easy and it doesn't take much work. On a site, it direct tells you what the cards are down. So you'll click on it and it'll say these cards are 10% below where they were yesterday, so go and buy those cards. But for those of you that haven't got the site, this is a really easy thing for you to do. Really, really easy thing for you to do. But that's fluctuations. It's pretty much guaranteed profit if you're smart. If you're smart and you know how cards come down and cards go up, you can make a lot of profit. And moreover, if there are cards that come out, so let's say you've got a French striker on the game, other French strikers might get hit. That's a great time to buy and wait for their fluctuation back up again. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.